Hello, code lovers, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a core JavaScript concept that you will use every single day as a developer: Truthy and Falsy values. Understanding this will make your code cleaner and more efficient. Think of it like an automatic check. For any value you give it, JavaScript decides if it's full or empty. We call the full values Truthy and the empty ones Falsy. The list of falsy values, the empty ones, is very short and specific. You just need to remember these six. First, the number 0. Next, an empty string, just single quotes or double quotes, without any character inside it, even a space. Next, null, meaning intentionally no value. Undefined, meaning a variable hasn't been given a value yet. NaN, not a number. And of course, the boolean false itself. Everything else in JavaScript is truthy. A number like 10, a string like hello, an empty array, or an empty object, they are all considered full or truthy. The most common place this automatic check happens is inside if a statement. Let's look at a very practical example: an e-commerce shopping cart. First, let's create a variable to track the number of items in a cart. Let's say the user has 5 items. So I write let items in cart equals to 5 semicolon. Now we can write an if statement to decide whether to show the cart details or a cart is empty message. So I write if, inside the parentheses, items in cart, console.log, displaying the items in your shopping cart, dot, semicolon. Else, console.log, your shopping cart is empty. And if I run this, prints displaying the items in your shopping cart. This is because items in cart is 5. The number 5 is not on our short falsy list, so it's truthy. The if condition passes, and the first block of code runs. Now, let's simulate the user removing all items. We'll set the variable to 0. So I write items in cart equals to 0, semicolon. If we run the same if statement now, it prints your shopping cart is empty. Why? JavaScript sees the 0, recognizes it as a falsy value, and immediately runs the else block. This is a perfect, concise way to control what the user sees. Now you get the idea. If you put these falsy values in a spot that needs a true or false value, like an if statement, they'll be considered false. That's why we call them falsy. They will be evaluated to false. Okay, here's another daily task for developer: validating form input. Let's check if a user has actually written something in a feedback form. We'll start with the user just loading the page, so the feedback box is empty. So I write let user feedback equals to empty single quotes. Now we want to write our validation logic. So I write if user feedback console.log thank you submitting your feedback to our server dot semicolon. Else console.log single quote error, colon, please write something in the feedback box before submitting, semicolon. And now what's going to happen? Let's make it sense. As you'd expect, because user feedback is an empty string, which is falsy, our code evaluates it to a false value, then shows the error message. But as soon as the user types something like user feedback equals to I really enjoyed the new feature, exclamation mark, semicolon. And if we run this again, the condition is now Truthy. A non-empty string is always Truthy. The code now logs thank you message. Now, the zero bug. Imagine you are working on an application where an admin can set a discount. Discount of 0% is a valid defined setting. It means there is currently no discount. Let's say our discount to 0. So I write let discount percentage equals to 0, semicolon. Now let's write code to check if a discount setting exists and then apply it. So I write if discount percentage console.log backtick applying $ curly braces discount percentage, next person symbol, discount to the order dot, semicolon, else console.log this order has no discount setting, semicolon. And before I run this, what do you expect? It's going to show applying a 0% discount to the order, or it shows this order has no discount setting. Well, if I run it, wait a minute. It prints this order has no discount setting, but that's wrong. A setting does exist. Its value is just 0. This is a very common bug because 0 is a false value. Our simple F check fails. Incorrectly, it assumes the setting is missing. This shows that while Truthy Falsy checks are amazing for many situations, they aren't perfect for cases where 0 is a meaningful and valid value. But don't worry, in a future lesson, we will learn about logical operators, which give us the tools to fix this exact problem and write more robust code. To summarize, always remember that short list of 6 false values. For most checks, like an empty card or a blank form field, using this concept will make your code clean and effective. Just be mindful of the 0 bug. Okay, code lovers, that's it for this lesson. But before you leave, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next lesson.